This man has been chasing children through active train yards since May 24th, 2012, and has not taken a single day off. Not one. That's over 12 years of non-stop sprinting after teenagers who think vandalism is a personality trait. This man wakes up every morning, puts on those olive green khakis of determination, straps on his duty belt, calls his dog, and commits to the grind. And you know what? He never catches them. Well, he does. But then they just come back the next day, and the next, and the next. Here's where things get weird. Ted Lutz is not human. He can't be. Let's examine the evidence, shall we? This man is described as middle-aged and overweight. Cool. Normal train inspector stuff. Except this absolute unit can match the speed of teenagers with literal anti-gravity technology. These kids have hoverboards that defy physics. They have jetpacks. They have pogo sticks that launch them 40 feet in the air. And Ted? Ted's got khakis and pure, unfiltered rage. Despite his weight, he is noted to be extremely fast in the official documentation. No explanation, no backstory, just fast. This man can jump train to train, roll under barriers, match every parkour move these kids throw at him, and he does it all while maintaining perfect mustache integrity. But it gets darker. The evidence of immortality. Ted Lutz cannot die. I know that sounds dramatic, but hear me out. In the game, if you time it right, you can literally watch Ted get obliterated by a speeding train. We're talking full collision. The kind of impact that would turn a normal human into a memory and a closed casket funeral. Ted walks it off. Sometimes he and his dog both get hit. The dog might survive alone sometimes, but Ted always comes back. No hospital visit, no trauma, no workers' comp claim, just back on the tracks, chasing, always chasing. The game treats this as a quirky little Easter egg, but think about the implications. This man has been hit by hundreds of thousands of tons of steel moving at lethal velocities. He's been struck so many times across so many locations worldwide that the cumulative force would level a small building. And he just continues. No matter how long you run, the game explicitly states the guard will always chase them until the end. Not usually, not tries to, always, until the end. What end? There is no end. The game is literally called an endless runner, which means Ted has been running for an infinite amount of time through an infinite train yard and will continue to do so forever. The worldwide phenomenon. But wait, there's more. Oh boy, is there more. These kids don't just vandalize their local train yard. Oh no, they've gone global. Shanghai, Paris, Iceland, the North Pole, a literal space station. And every single time, without fail, Ted is there. Same outfit, same mustache, same dog. Always 3 steps behind. How? How? Does Ted have like frequent flyer miles with the teenagers? Is he on their emergency contact list? Does Jake send him a calendar invite every time they're about to commit crimes in a new hemisphere? The only logical explanation is that Ted Lutz is omnipresent. He exists in all places at all times, eternally bound to these children through some cosmic force we cannot comprehend. He's not chasing them. He is the chase. He is the physical manifestation of consequence itself, the tragic truth. Here's what really gets me, though. Here's what keeps me up at night. Ted Lutz is listed in the game files as the main antagonist. But is he? Is he really? This man is just doing his job. He's a train yard security officer trying to stop children from committing actual crimes in active train yards where real trains operate at lethal speeds. He's not trying to hurt them. The official lore states he never harms the subway surfers, instead carrying them off-screen to punish them fairly. This man is showing restraint. After 12 years of being disrespected, having his workplace vandalized, being constantly humiliated by children with better technology than the military, being hit by trains, watching his dog also get hit by trains, he still just wants to deliver fair consequences. Ted Lutz doesn't want revenge. He doesn't want violence. He wants teenagers to understand that actions have consequences. He wants the trains to run on time. He wants to go home to whatever sad apartment a dimension-hopping immortal security guard lives in and just rest. But he can't, because it's endless. The running never stops. The deeper horror. There's a fan theory that's been floating around, and honestly, it makes too much sense. What if Ted Lutz isn't chasing them to catch them? What if he's chasing them to save them? Think about it. Train surfing is incredibly dangerous. In real life, it kills people. Actual children have died doing this. The game is literally based on a deadly practice that claims lives every single year. Some fan fiction writers have explored this angle. There are stories where Ted is haunted by past incidents, where he's seen kids get hurt, where he can't watch another kid get hurt. Not again. What if Ted Lutz is trapped in an eternal loop trying to save children who keep putting themselves in danger? What if every time he catches them, he's just trying to get them to safety before the actual trains come through? What if the real horror of Subway Surfers is that it's a metaphor for the futility of trying to protect people who don't want to be protected?